Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday on EA Sports. Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Rams. Kickoff now just moments away. It is finally time to crown a champion, as I'll hand it over to the two men who will call the action, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, and it is our extreme privilege to be on hand for the Super Bowl. And I can't help but look down on this field, partner, and think about the history of this game and all the great players, all the great teams that have stood on the field for this moment. So special.
This game is so historic that while we call it the Super Bowl now, that wasn't even the name of the first couple. It was the AFL NFL World Championship game before the Super Bowl really took hold. And think about the Green Bay Packers winning the first two that got us kicked off and started towards where we are today.
And with the whole world watching, at the end of this game, at the end of tonight, one of these two sides, they get to etch their name in NFL immortality.
No doubt about it. They hold up the ultimate symbol of victory in this league, the Lombardi Trophy.
And now with the time of the play clock almost up, Ron Rivera's going to call a timeout. They'll have two remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Strong right. Down. Move 80.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Texans have taken the early lead. The first play from scrimmage? Some of these people haven't even taken their seat.
That's what is commonly known as a fast start. That's what my...
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away.
Let's go, guys.
That's taken on the 25. Powers ahead at the 45. Bowls him over. Still going. They can't stop him. And it's a touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punt.
Remember, all covered rules.
Now they'll run it on the toss.
Check four.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They're coming. They're coming.
Powering his way forward. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Now they'll run it on the toss. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Gain of 2 on the play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. How did he stay on his feet? Fights free yet again. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going at quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Nifty move. And now running right through him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Hey. We got 3. We got Black 22. Black 22. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
And they'll run it here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. A great play there with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Texans will extend their lead. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game. And And on the ground they go with a running back. And now running right through him. He finds an opening past the 40. He's at the 40. 20. 10. Touchdown, Houston.
Nice job, bro.
A big play there with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Texans will add on to their lead. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football instead.
Two tights. Red. Black 22. Black 22.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Oh, he sheds himself free. And now look at him go. Past the 20. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. 75 yards.
Good job, baby. Touchdown. Woo! There it is, kid. Red. Black 22. Black 22.
And they'll go on the ground. And an alley to run. And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down.
Makes the stop. Gain of 15.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Drop deep.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Touchdown.
A great play there. 29 yards.
Gain
Here's Johnny Hacker now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be taken at the 13. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A big play there.
Double tight. Out. 3 down.
Now a handoff looking right. Oh, able to avoid him. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And now running right through him. Space to maneuver at the 40. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 71 yards.
Double tight.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Oh, and now he bowls him over. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
4 down.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Open space inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. A 20. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded just inside the 20. And now running right through him. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout,
you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw that happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season,
through an opening, and there he goes. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their... And they'll run it here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And on the ground they go with a running back. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Finding room inside the 40. Gets by him at the 25. And finally marked down at the 23. 31 yards there and a first down. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And partner. And the Lone Star State has a new champion. It's the Houston Texans, kings of the Super Bowl.
That's it, huh? Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.